Hello everyone, my name is Octoshark, but you can call me Finley. Sorry I've been away for a little while. I was celebrating my birthday last week, and after that I was a little tired and, well, I don't want to say burnt out, but I kind of messed up with my uploading schedule, and then I was too tired to work on videos, so I took a bit of a break. But even now, my upload schedule won't be as consistent as it used to be, so just look out for that. So today I'm drawing Jazmin. Spelled Jazmin. I just thought, because with her, it's like, you hear the name Jazmin and you're like, oh, she's got a pretty sweet sounding name, but then it's like, then you see it how it's spelled and it's like, oh, it's a bit edgier, which is why I picked out that spelling, because it's like a pretty sounding name with an edgier kind of spelling. She is a sea anemone, more specifically a strawberry anemone. She doesn't really look much like it, but and I don't even know if she'll be a strawberry anemone. I just wanted an anemone that was pink, because she is a pink anemone. It's still being decided. But because she is an anemone, she has a clownfish in her hair. But yeah, the clownfish, they haven't really, evolved much. I'm gonna say evolved, yeah. But part of the lore is that, they relied on sea anemones for so long that, they never really evolved beyond that. They, heavily rely on anemones, so they never evolved into, human form. So, but her anemone, her name is Bubbles, and what's cool about Bubbles is, I did not really intend this when I first created her, but since, researching clownfish and looking up cool facts about them, I found out that all clownfish are born male, and they can switch their genders to be female. So any female clownfish was originally male. So I was like, oh, Bubbles could be transgender. So yes, Bubbles is one of my more main characters that is canonically transgender. So I think that's pretty cool. And it's a good way to get some trans representation in. Because, I think we need more of that. There's some, but there's not, too much of it out there, and I think, I think the trans community really needs it, because I'm not transgender. I think I fully identify as female. But I fully support the trans community. So yeah, that's Bubbles. This drawing, I actually, I did cut out quite a bit of it, because it ended up being really long, so I don't have the full process in this video, because, there's just so many details that I added to her. I was just this is going on too long, or some parts were a bit harder to draw, so it ended up filling in quite a bit of time, and so, yeah. I drew a bit of Jazmin, and then I skipped to the end where I drew Bubbles. But that's why, because it would have taken too long. So I was like, I have to cut it down a bit. But I mean, it's fine. Because in the end, I just like rambling about my characters. And the drawing is really just an excuse to for you to look at something visually while I ramble about the character, and not just having me talk. Because then at least, if I'm rambling, you get to look at something. And that's really what matters. Anyway, I should probably say more about Jazmin, because, like, I'm talking for so long and I'm not even, like, describing how awesome she is. She's, like, one of my favorite characters for the show that I've ever made. Maybe even, like, my top favorite. She has 2 other sisters. One is a twin sister and one is an older sister. You'll notice there's a lot of twins on this show. I mean, it's called Squid Twins, so... I mean, that's mainly because of Abby and Andrew. They're the Squid Twins. That's what the show's named after. But there's kind of a recurring, like... Yeah, like, you'll see that twins are kind of recurring in this. Because why not? I mean, twins are cool. So Jazmin is kind of... I don't know if I could really describe the inspiration for her without, like, giving away info about, like, a real person. Well, I'll try and keep it as, like, yeah, kind of secret as I can. But there was someone that I went to school with, who had this very unique personality, and, like, just kind of, there's just something cool about her that I liked. Yeah, she had, like, this unique personality. She was, like, very kind of outgoing, and, like, she had, like a very dark sense of humor. She was just a bit younger than me. But she also was insecure and, like, was kind of, like, going through stuff without, you know, mentioning it, of course, to kind of respect her personal life. All I can really say is that she was, like, cool and outgoing, but, like, insecure and was kind of, like, going through stuff. But in a way that I felt really bad for her. You know, it kind of hurt me that she was, like, going through all this stuff and I couldn't really, like, do anything about it. So, and then I kind of made Jazmin, well, I made her, I think, before I met her, but I kind of, like, since meeting her, I kind of turned her into Jazmin. And her sisters, like, her sisters kind of represent other parts of her as well. That you'll, like, see later on. But yeah, it just, you know, I felt bad that, like, oh, she's, like, going through stuff. The way she described it, it was, like, pretty bad. And she was, like, unhappy, and that's kind of what I made Jazmin, is, like, for you guys to see her and kind of feel the way I was feeling, is, like, oh, I wish I could help Jazmin. She's, like, you know, just really suffering. And, like, just, yeah, completely going through it. I mean, she's still, like, kind of outgoing and edgy, you know, and, like, laughing all the time. Because, like I said, yeah, she's got, like, a dark sense of humor, and as you can see, I'm kind of drawing her with, like, a bit of an emo look. And you'll kind of see, I want to do, like, more art of her. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I might do. It's, like, I'm going to do more art of my characters for you guys to see. It may not always have me, like, providing commentary, because, like, there's probably not much for me to say about it. But these are pretty good. This is, like, an introduction to the character. It's kind of the purpose of these drawings. And just me talking. So, yeah, there's that, and then, so yeah, you got Jazmin, and then her sisters, I can talk a little bit more about, so you can look out for them in future videos. I guess Bubbles is kind of her sister, too, because they, like, live together. Yeah. Because, I mean, Bubbles shares her last name as well, which is Reef. Because, you know, anemones live in reefs. So, and it sounds cool, too. Jazmin Reef. And Bubbles Reef. Bubbles, the the transgender clownfish. Anyway, yeah, so their sisters are, Jade is Jasmine's twin sister. And she's like a dancer. Yeah, she like has a dance group. Well, yeah, they do like dance stuff. If you've been in like a dance class, you know what that's like. And I did dance when I was younger. I did like ballet and like hip hop and that kind of stuff. And yeah, just kind of bringing back those feelings of like how fun dance was when I was younger. I kind of stopped doing it, and yeah, I wouldn't say like I would take it again. Maybe sometime, like just for fun, I'll like take a dance class again. It's an excuse to get active again. Because I'm not really that active now, because I do these videos. But we'll see. So she's a dancer. I'd say, like, in contrast to, like, her sister, Jazmin, she's, like, more on, like, the lighter side of things. It's, like, well, all three of them, like, because they're sisters, they're all kind of going through, like, a shared trauma. Like, they have a pretty dysfunctional family. All three of them get along, but, like, they don't really get along with their parents. Like, I think they're, like, divorced, and, their father's a little bit, like, neglectful. They live with their dad. But yeah, their dad kind of is a little bit neglectful. So they all kind of have to, like, take care of each other. But I think with Jazmin and their older sister, who I will mention in a bit, they're kind of just, like, low and, like, just completely, like, our lives are so horrible, you know. But the Jade is kind of, like, optimistic. Or, well, she tries to be. I think, you know, deep down she could be, like, yeah, with them. But she's, like, trying to be optimistic. It's like, things will get better. But I think, yeah, she kind of gets to a point, it's like, well, she feels like she's being optimistic because she feels like maybe she has to, or, like, maybe it will actually get better. And, like, yeah, she just stays optimistic, so, because none of the others are, so she's, like, trying to push through it. Then, the older sister, her name is Madison, and, she's, yeah, quite a few years older than they are. They're both 15, and she is 19, so she's actually, like, around my age, because I just turned 19. Yes, I'm young. Well, younger than you'd probably think. You'd probably think I'm in university. Not yet. I'm kind of, you know, taking time off to, like, try and figure out what school I want to go to. And all that. I'm still kind of recovering from high school, so, yeah. But anyway, Madison, is the older sister. She has her own clownfish as well. It's a guy. His name is Squirt. That's just his nickname. His real name is Spencer. I named him after the store Spencer's, so interpret him from that description. But Madison, she has a condition, like, vertigo, or, like, the illness that, like, vertigo kind of goes with. So, she has it in, I haven't decided which ear she has it in yet. Maybe her left or right. I'm still deciding. She has it in one of her ears. And I kind of want to show, like, how she copes with it. Like, you know, because it's not really something that's, like, represented much in media, so I don't have it, by the way. But I did, like, some research on it, and I think this would be a good way to, like, raise awareness. And kind of add something to her character, you know, make them more interesting. But that's not her only defining characteristic, of course. She's a regular person. She likes to draw, she likes to listen to music. Yeah, she has, like, a sketchbook. She'll, like, doodle and sketch, and she likes to listen to music. More on their, you know, music interests later. But yeah. This is getting a bit long now. I should probably stop. I want to talk about them more, but I don't want this video to be too long. Yeah, as always, like, comment, subscribe, etc., and I'll see you next time. Bye!